In project management, creating a solid foundation is crucial for success. How do you ensure your project starts on the right foot? The key is to understand and effectively use the core inputs, tools, and techniques of the charter development process. You can craft a comprehensive project charter that guides your project towards its objectives by leveraging business documents, expert judgment, and effective team skills. Let's dive into the essential components and processes that shape successful project charters. Business documents, such as the Business Case Benefits Management Plan and agreements, are inputs to the charter development process. Enterprise Environmental Factors, EEF, and Organizational Process Assets, OPA, influence projects and decisions in project management. They are common inputs in nearly every process in this course. Their primary purpose is to serve as referential sources in the project whenever applicable. EEFs are external factors which include government and industry standards, legal and regulatory requirements, market conditions, organizational culture, and political conditions. OPAs are internal factors such as organizational policies, procedures, processes, governance frameworks, templates, historical information, and lessons learned. Expert judgment involves the insights and decisions experts make in specific areas relevant to the project. This can include individuals or groups. Brainstorming is a data gathering technique that generates ideas or solutions for creating charter components. Focus groups gather data by bringing together stakeholders and subject matter experts for discussion. Facilitation is a project manager's skill in guiding group events and ensuring effective participation. Conflict management helps resolve disputes among team members and fosters collaboration. Meetings are common in project environments, bringing stakeholders together to discuss specific topics, agendas, decisions, and issues. The main output of this process is the project charter, which includes high-level information such as the project purpose, objectives, success criteria, description, scope, schedule, cost, deliverables, milestones, risks, key stakeholders, assigned project manager, and sponsor or approving authority. The assumption log documents all project assumptions and constraints. When identifying stakeholders, the project manager needs the project charter, business documents, agreements, enterprise environmental factors, EEF, and organizational process assets, OPA. Initially, during the project initiation phase, the project management plan and project documents are not applicable, as these will be developed later. However, they become relevant when new stakeholders are identified during the project. At this point, the communication management plan and stakeholder engagement plan already established come into play. This process uses similar tools and techniques with additional focus on stakeholder analysis, document analysis, and stakeholder mapping. Stakeholder analysis involves gathering and documenting stakeholder information, including their organizational position, interests, roles, expectations, and attitudes. This information helps the project manager tailor communication and engagement strategies. Document analysis is a technique that reviews historical project documentation and lessons learned to inform the current project. Stakeholder mapping is a data representation tool where the project manager plots stakeholders on a power, interest, influence grid to visualize their current and desired engagement levels. Other mapping tools include the stakeholder cube, the salience model, and directions of influence. A stakeholder cube is a three-dimensional model that helps identify, analyze, and engage stakeholders. The salience model classifies stakeholders based on their power, urgency, and legitimacy. Directions of influence classifies stakeholders based on their influence on the project, including upward, who are senior management, downward, who are the project team, outward, who are vendors and suppliers outside the organization, and sideward, who are peers of the project manager. By understanding these inputs and tools, project managers can effectively identify and engage stakeholders, ensuring their needs and expectations are met, which is crucial for project success. The main output of the stakeholder identification process is the stakeholder register. This document includes details about each identified stakeholder, such as their name, position, location, contact information, and role in the project. Additionally, the register contains information on stakeholder assessment and classification based on factors like interest, influence, and power or directions of influence, upward, downward, sideward, or outward. An optional output of this process is the change request. This is generated when changes in stakeholder information necessitate updates to the stakeholder register and revisions to related elements in the project management plan and project documentations. The ITTOs of charter development and stakeholder identification are crucial for creating the project charter and stakeholder register, which are key inputs for the planning process group.